Well, Rahul Gandhi may talk about changing the system and more party democracy, but he clearly isn't walking the talk. Once again, the Congress has fielded a number of sons, daughters and wives in the Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh assembly polls, insisting though that it's all on merit.
Another election and it's time for sunrise yet again in the Congress party. Sample this. Former Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Ajit Jogi's son Amit Jogi is the party's candidate from Marwahi, while Jogi Senior's wife Renu is seeking re-election from Kota. The list also includes family members of the three senior party leaders who were killed in a Maoist attack in May this year. In Madhya Pradesh, the Congress has fielded Arun Vohra, son of party treasurer, and veteran leader Motilal Vohra from Durg city, despite the fact that he lost this seat in the last election. Amitesh Shukla, son of late Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shyam Charan Shukla, is also in the fray. The candidates insist they got party tickets because they deserved it.
मैंने 90 विधानसभा क्षेत्रों में से कहीं पर भी टिकट के लिए आवेदन नहीं दिया। मैं समझता हूं कि अभी तक जितने भी टिकट दिए गए हैं सबसे अच्छे प्रत्याशियों को दिए गए हैं।
परिवारवाद का आरोप उन लोगों पर लगना चाहिए जो लोग केवल परिवार का सदस्य होने के कारण राजनीति में हैं। 7 बार मुझे जनमत मिला है।
If a relative is interested in getting ticket and if he is capable, if he is working politically, then what is the harm in it?
But the opposition was quick to attack the grand old party.
के पास जो है वो अचीवमेंट के नाम पर सिर्फ फैमिली फंडा है। परिवार का कोई व्यक्ति जो है वो आ जाए, हो सकता है कि उससे कोई सिंपैथी मिल जाए, उसको वोट मिल जाए।
It's a phenomenon that cuts across party lines in India, but the one party that's accused of promoting dynastic politics the most is the Congress. And while Rahul Gandhi has stated in the past that he wants to discourage this culture despite owing his own political existence to it, the question being asked is anybody really serious? In New Delhi with Keet Kyangre, Neha Khanna for NDTV.
Well, a little earlier today, I spoke to Mr. Ajit Jogi, the former Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, on whether the Congress is a dynasty party. Mr. Jogi, you know, your son Amit and your wife Renu are among those who figure in that list for the assembly polls in the state. Isn't the Congress, you know, a party driven by dynasty politics at the end of the day? You've got not one but 2 members of your family who are being given tickets.
Not at all. We allot tickets on the basis of electoral merit. Those who can win elections are given tickets. Last time I and my wife were allotted tickets and both of us won by thumping majority. In fact, I won by the highest margin ever in Chhattisgarh. So tickets are always allotted on the basis of merit.
But Mr. Jogi, you know, can you really say that this is on the basis of merit? You know, both your son and your wife getting tickets and at the end of the day, why should both of them get it? I mean, is there such supreme merit in one family?
See, these are traditional areas where our family roots are strong, and our family has always been winning from those areas. In fact, there was no other application from both these areas.
But Mr. Jogi, you know, a lot of people are just not going to buy that. Rahul Gandhi has often talked about internal democracy. He once said that although we're a democratic country, we don't see it in our political system. Why don't we have inner party democracy? You know, at the end of the day, when you see the way the tickets are distributed even now, then don't those words ring hollow? If he's serious about change, then let him start with the Congress party at the end of the day, no?
See, I totally disagree with you that our party runs on the basis of dynasty rule. It's absolutely wrong. Let us take the example of the first family of the country, that is Sonia ji and Rahul ji, and before that Rajiv ji. Sonia ji is not the leader of this nation because she is the wife of late Rajiv ji. She is the leader of this nation because she has repeatedly got elected from that constituency by huge margins. She has got the mandate in her favor, and so has Rahul ji. Unless in a democracy you get mandate from the people, you cannot survive. you are accepted as a leader only when people elect you. They have been elected. They have not been elected because they are the sons or daughters or wives or husbands of so and so, but we get elected on the basis of our own merit.
But with due respect, sir, someone like Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi only got into politics in the first place because of their surnames. They had a huge advantage over everybody else.
That goes without saying. After all, if there was a contribution made by the father or the mother or the grandfather, that contribution people in a democracy always remember. There have been families in America like Roosevelt's. There has been Clintons in America even now. So how can you say that all this is dynastic rule? This is all democracy. People elect who they want.
Well, I'll just point out to you statistics that author Patrick French had compiled for his book, where he had found that the maximum number of MPs who are from political dynasties come from the Congress party. Some almost 80 MPs from the Congress out of the 200 plus MPs that you have are from political dynasties, whereas the BJP in just terms of in that percentage is way behind you. So what does that tell you about the Congress then?
Because Congress is a 125-year-old party. BJP was not born when we were fighting the freedom struggle. It's a new party. Same things will happen in this party also after say about 25-30 years.
Well, a very eloquent defense there of the dynasty system that continues to prevail in the Congress. Mr. Ajit Jogi, thanks for joining us.